I'd like to start with something light. Jeffrey Epstein. The kids have been dismissed. Okay, so I assume that you've heard of him, and nothing good, right? And I like to tell you, I don't regularly watch the news on TV. It's bad for my mental health. And I haven't done research that likely some of you have done. But I think I get the gist. It's bad news, right? Corruption of the worst, involving many people in high places, countless victims crying out for justice. And regardless of what happens with the stock market, the economy, or anything else, such grotesque perversion must be dealt with, right? Even if powerful people do it, or even because powerful people do it. It doesn't matter, left or right. If you mess with kids, the bill must come due. And Jesus said that himself in some places. Luke 17, he alluded to something with a millstone. And it's very somber, very sobering. And I think it's something to be aware of. Our world, that good or bad, everything will be shown for what it is. So when Jesus comes and when we stand before him, we must, it's better to cut to the chase and expose things now. Better to bite the pill, even if it's bitter, to admit your sin. And even better to go to jail or pay fines than spend eternity in a worse place. And so that's a reality that Jesus makes abundantly clear throughout Scripture, throughout the New Testament. This exposure is painful. The light is painful, but the light must be shown to disinfect, to purify. And it sounds like there's more coming. I don't know the details. Again, I'm not here to dwell upon this, but this, to me, this whole Epstein story tells us something about reality of our world. Not as we wish it to be, but as it actually is, right? The darkness, the chaos, the corruption, and involving people at the very top, people in government, people in industry. They're not half as smart or caring as we believe them to be, right? Or as they pretend to be. And such corruption involves people of different political beliefs, different backgrounds. And the reality is that chances are someone that we like is not who they pretend to be. Chances are someone you like is a predator or accomplice. And if we were to remove them from the base of the Jenga tower that we think of as our world, many things will come crashing down. And so that's the fear that many of us operate under. I think the Epstein thing is a huge example, but it works out itself in different ways in our world. And it's the fear that holds things in place. You know, the fear is that why these things can't be revealed, right? You know, because we find it much easier just to pretend everything is fine. That's the way we operate in our world. And in 2,000 years, this dynamic hasn't changed. This is the way the world looks. Even if things look like it's fair sailing, those winds and waves of chaos can always swallow us alive.